evening, everyone, and welcome back to Learning Live. Hope everyone is doing well on this Tuesday night. We got something pretty special planned for you tonight. Matt, I've got people joining in.
There's a few on there. Yep.
Please do drop a hello in the comments. Let us know where you're coming from. If you're here in Ontario, it is pretty darn chilly, but maybe you are joining us from somewhere else, and hopefully you're enjoying some warmer weather. Things are going to get hot in here, though, tonight. We have a really special presentation planned for you tonight, and we all love our Spellbinders, and I actually am very blessed to be friends with one of Spellbinder's newest designers, and she is here with us tonight, and that is my friend Nina. Now, though you may know her from our Maker Mania days, if you participated in our Christmas Kickstart event, she was one of the participating stores, and now she can add die cutting designer to her resume. So welcome, Nina. Hello.
Hi, thanks for having me, Sheri.
We are going to have so much fun. So Nina has come out with this fabulous new line. Now, we love January because it is typically all about birthdays, and Nina's got this great Bougie birthday collection that I've already had lots of fun playing with, and I know Nina's made some really fantastic samples. So I've got the catalog kind of here, but I think it's better if you hear it from the source. So Nina, why don't you show us what's in your collection, and maybe tell us a little bit about what inspired it. It must have been so fascinating to go to a different part of our industry and do something a little different that we as store owners don't typically get to experience.
I know it's been such a whirlwind. Part of being at trade shows is connecting with other store owners and vendors and stuff. And this kind of came out of, just networking at a trade show. And I'm super humbled and fortunate to have this opportunity. And, I have found that in the last 5.5 years of owning a store, that birthday lines have been coming out like June, July, August. And I said to Spellbinders, I was like, Nicole, this is so weird. Like, why is it coming out in the middle of the year? Like, let's try doing something in January. And they went with it. So
Awesome.
I know, right? And this collection is inspired by actually my little crop squad. There is 8 of us. We're all 7 or 8 of us, all crafty friends, and we get together to celebrate everyone's birthday at the store, and we crop and we bougie it up. So we kind of go all out getting like cake and presents and making cards for each other and stuff. So yeah, this is kind of that brain baby.
Well, maybe we'll have to do a virtual birthday for my birthday and your birthday coming up this year, because California is a little too far to go.
I know, right? We should. We definitely should. I mean, we're going to start Zoom crafting, right?
That's right. We have a date.
Woo! And I'm excited for that. Thank you. I'm trying to read comments too. This is super fun. But yeah, so the centerpiece of the collection is this ganache gâteau, which gâteau is a French word for cake, and ganache is, that decadent chocolate frosting, or AKA drippy cake.
Yep.
So this is the centerpiece, and this main die collection, I believe, I don't know pricing. I don't know Canadian pricing, I should say.
It's all on the website. So if anyone wants to go look it up, you're just going to go to our website, and you're either going to look in the January new arrivals, or the even easier way is to just type the word Nina, Nina, in the search bar, and her whole collection will come up.
Oh, sweet. You can see the ring from my like my light. Oh my gosh. But this die set is super awesome. Sheri, like how much do you want me to walk through everything you can do? Or I have like die cut samples. So
we'd love to see your samples if you've got any tips and tricks for assembling this. So for example, today when I was playing with this die, it was only after looking at your pictures in the catalog that I realized that the drips got even longer with that extra little piece.
Oh yes, so this is super fun. Yeah, so we have the main kind of drippy part here. So you can do a little like half drip at the top, and then this one die. So you get one little drip die here, and you can adjust the size to make long drips and short drips, and kind of to however fits you. It is super fun. So you can make a cake with just the drippy part. You can make a cake with the drippy part and the frosting at the bottom. This is actually a shaped card.
Cool.
So die cut because the cake is big. So the cake fits on your standard kind of A2 card base. So it will take up almost that whole front, but you can easily alter it and cut it down to make a short cake too.
Excellent.
So
it would go great
fun.
on a layout too.
It does. Oh, I don't have a layout with it. I sent that to Spellbinders.
Next time.
But yes, I actually made an anniversary layout with it, because not only could you be Bougie birthday, you can do Bougie wedding.
Ooh.
So, yeah, there's lots. It's such a versatile die. Like you don't have to just do birthday with it, which is also part of the reason that I thought it would be really fun. You could do a St. Patty's Day cake. You could do a Valentine's Day cake. You could do like an anniversary cake. You could do kind of anything. And there's been so many great collections recently that you can take pieces from, like the martini die set, that Halloween and Christmas add-on, and add it to the top. So I'm looking forward to playing a lot more.
There's also the strawberries on that Love on the Rocks set too.
Oh my gosh. Yes. We're sold out of that. So I've been waiting for it to come back in stock to play with it.
Yeah. And you know what the best part of this cake is? It's calorie free.
That's true. That is so true. Also, the other cool part is, I don't know if you can tell on camera. Can you see how this is shiny?
It is. It's gorgeous.
This is my favorite. The Spellbinders Glaze and Glue, or Glossy Accents, is going to give you that super bougie kind of drippy effect. And it's so much fun.
Love it.
Yeah, so those are all just that's kind of the main, these are all just kind of cake focused. Little samples here. And this is on watercolor paper. So you can do ink smushing. You can do so much fun things with the cake base. You don't have to leave it plain. Yep. And so that's also a super fun part of the collection.
You also did some great samples in the catalog too, using embossing folders, and really like your creativity is your only limit, right? So
it really is. If you don't have this embossing folder in your stash, I highly recommend it. It's the Simon Hurley plaster folder. I mean, it's supposed to look like, plastering your wall, but it looks so much like frosting on this cake, and it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I have to get some more of that in.
Yeah, just tell Sheri and Matt that you need it ASAP.
Yep, and we'll get it.
I mean, honestly, I had it in my stash, and then I pulled it out for this, and it was just so perfect. And then one of my other favorite embossing folders from Spellbinders, which makes this a super bougie cake, because it makes me feel like it's it's gold on gold on gold, which is my favorite thing to do. But it just looks like one of those expensive handbags, right? And this is called Tufted, and the little sequins in the holes are from Spellbinders also. I'm sure I have some.
That's about as bougie as you can get.
That is about, and Matt and I actually watch the baking shows, and I'm sure we've seen real cakes like that on the baking shows. So that is just really on trend.
Don't give away our guilty little secrets.
It really, I mean, these, the color essential sequins from Spellbinders, there's 3 different sizes in here, I believe. And that middle size is the perfect size to just put a dab of glue and give that easy peasy effect.
Awesome. The fashion dots, the domed ones as well would also look really good.
They do. They looked really good they do look really good if you aren't mailing it really far.
Yeah.
So these ones give you a little bit better for mailing, but the other ones look super awesome too. It gives you more dimension for sure.
Fair enough.
And then you can see I've used a lot of the Bougie paper that Spellbinders carries, the brushed black, the brushed white, the brushed silver. It is some of my favorite paper. And craft foam. So the craft foam has been really awesome.
So much fun. And that's just the first die.
That is just the first die. Oh my gosh. I was like, Sheri, how long is it? She's like, oh, like 30 minutes. I'm like,
Yeah. So full transparency, we never go just 30 minutes. So
30 minutes is my rule.
that's Matt's rule. And we always stop listening to him. So
okay, so then you get like a little frosting bit. The frosting bit also comes with like this one big die, and then you get these 2 little extra dies. There's 5 single frosting pieces and then 2 double pieces. And that's so you can do like an A-B pattern across.
Oh, that's fun.
Or like a 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 pattern. Or if you're kind of insane, like how I get sometimes, you can cut it out a bunch of times and fussy cut so you can do a whole like rainbow strip.
That's awesome.
Okay, and then of course I think the bougiest piece of this are the little macaroons, which I think we're going to be playing with live today.
That's right.
I mean, macaroons are so decadent and bougie, and they were just like the perfect little topper for the cake. So you get there's 1, 2, 3 dies, 1, 2, 3 dies that build this macaroon, and these 3 build the cookie parts, and this with the squiggly lines is the frosting.
Okay. I wasn't sure with that round one what that piece was, so now I know.
Yes, so we'll play with that, and then you get like a little banner pieces too. So that is, I know that's like the main focus of the collection, and I got to put that somewhere safe so I can come back to it.
Wait, there's more.
But wait, that's just the first die.
More. I know, isn't that crazy? I am a little bit organized. Look at this. Then there is a numbers die set called Classy Numbers. So these numbers are super fun. You can see they're almost like 1.5 inches tall. So they're a little bit bigger. And they come with a cute little 2 little candle die pieces. So you can turn any of the numbers into candles. And the candles have a couple layers. So you can get that dimension in there too.
Cool.
So it is super fun. And we have first, second, third, fourth, and ish, because, you know, when you become a certain age, you just want to be an ish.
That's right.
29-ish.
We're 29-ish. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Andrea's like, you nailed the collection. Can't wait to play. Oh, thanks, Andrea.
That's awesome.
But yeah, like I just want to be 40-ish for a while, and then I'll be 50-ish. Like, so these are super cute, and the numbers, you can use them on their own, or you can use them with the candles. So on this card, I have the cute little candle pieces on there, and then on here I have just like a 50 is the new 30 with the number just kind of, I die cut 50. I don't know why I die cut 50 over and over and over again. It kind of made my own background with that tone on tone, and then just some glitter shadow there. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera very well, but it's there.
Very pretty.
So
quick question for you.
Yes.
Is there a difference between the 6 and the 9?
There is. Haha. And at first I was like, oh, why did they put 2 in there? But there is a difference between the 6 and the 9. It's a little bit subtle. But the 6 actually has this little kind of pointed divot in here, and the 9 is all the way round.
Okay. Good to know. I'll have to make sure I adjust my set, make sure it's in the right order.
Yeah, it took me a little bit of time to figure it out too. And I was like, oh, we didn't need 2. And then I was like, oh, they're different. But honestly, I mean, to
No
the
one's gonna
untrained
know.
eye, it's not a big deal if you interchange them. They're still,
Yeah.
all the same height and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure I've probably interchanged them on accident.
Yeah, for
But there
sure.
is, that little divot in the 6. And it's more apparent on the die. If you do the dies side by side, you can see that 6 has more of a divot and the 9
Okay.
is nice and flat.
Coolio. Any questions so far, Matt? Anybody?
No.
No, everyone's just admiring.
People seem to like the collection so far.
Excellent.
And that's only with the first couple dice.
Yeah.
It's only with 2. I think there's like 8 things total, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, and then, so the next 2 we'll just do at the same time because they are die sentiments. So do I have everything? There we go.
It's such a fun font.
Oh, this is one of my absolute favorite fonts. I use it a lot. And I was like, can I just turn my favorite font into a die? And they were like, sure, let's try it. And it actually turned out really cool. And I love the way that the designers helped me. They had the idea to not separate the dot to the eye.
Yep.
So we're not losing it, but it's also easily like cuttable. Like you can just kind of round out the eye and fussy cut it if you want to disconnect it.
Sure.
But we have birthday cheers and fabulous birthday. So birthday cheers is more of your like standard set. You get happy birthday to you, cheers, and wishes. And they are big. So you can see this is half of a piece of printer paper. So this will go almost to 5.5 inches wide. And then we have fabulous birthday, which is just kind of more fun, like flirty, fabulous, sassy, classy, bougie babe. And you get the ampersand so that, you could put on the cake topper, bougie babe. You could put sassy and classy. You could do 40 and fabulous, 30 and flirty. There's just so many combinations you can do.
That's fantastic. So I just want to call attention to one thing. So for anybody who's watching that is participating in our upcoming birthday kickstart, which is, yikes, almost 2 weeks away. We do have 1 or 2 kits left if you would still like to sign up. But if you have already signed up, you will be getting that sentiment set that's on the right. I'm sorry, I forget the name.
The birthday cheers.
Birthday cheer, and then you get the numbers as well, that one there. So you already get that in your kit. You do not need to buy it a second time.
So they just need the cake.
They just need the cake. They need the fun words, and there's still more. There's still more that needs to be shared.
Oh my God, I feel like now it's like too much.
Not at all.
It was hard. We did cut back. I'm not going to lie. We were like, oh, we could do this. Oh, we could do this. And then Josie was like, let's rein it in. We're like, okay.
We'll save it for Bougie Birthday 2.0.
Yes. So we have a better press plate that has not made it to Canada yet to you guys, but That's is correct. On order.
Yep.
And this is super cute because it just has some kind of sentiments that were more designed to better press and maybe put on the inside or add to your layouts or just to card fronts. With the cake, the cake is really like the main focus. So if you didn't want to take too much away from that, you could put a cute little sentiment on there. And it's all in one. So you press it once, you die cut it once. And so when you press it, it looks like this. And then you're going to get these cute little sentiments. So this is a standard size card, so you can see how big they are on a card front. And you get a You're a Gem, treat yourself, because if you're a Parks and Recs fan, wishing you a bougie birthday, birthday wishes, bougie dreams, happy birthday, gorgeous, you were born to sparkle. And these last 2 are foiled. So that is my favorite part about doing a better, we were trying to decide better press plate or a stamp. Yeah. And you can't have bougie without a better press and foil. So we went with the better press plate.
Perfect. I love how Spellbinders does those. I think they call them one and done plates as well. Mm-hmm. That you just do it once. You don't have to line anything up. You just have to run it through and you've got a whole bunch so you can do all kinds of card making all at
And
once.
then you just have a little stash, right? Like
Yep.
of and you can see now like a crazy crafter that I am, I try not to waste as much stuff as I can. So I did my Bretter Press sentiment that turned out really awesome. And then if it turned out awesome, I used the bigger solid plate so that I could get the reverse and then just have a stash of those too.
Fun.
And then with these, because the foil acts as a resist, you could even ink blend the white to make it a different color if you need to. But I left them all white for now since I didn't know how I was going to use them.
Cool. Look at all your tips and tricks.
I'm trying to be organized in 2025. But no,
we
I'm
all
on a
are.
struggle
We
bus
all
with
are
that.
facing that right now.
Oh my
What's the other
gosh.
thing in there?
Sorry. And then second to last is the embossing folder. What's bougier than diamonds?
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Right? I mean, I watched Real Housewives and she just had a denim and diamonds party, Kyle Richards. And I was like, oh, I need one of those. Can I make a denim and diamonds card? Like, this is literally what I was thinking as I was watching it last night.
You can combine it. Doesn't Lawn Fawn have that denim jean pocket die?
They do. Oh my gosh. I might have to try playing with that. But this is called Born to Sparkle. So you can see it's an embossing folder, but it also comes with a stencil. The stencil you can only get in a bundle with the folder because, I mean, quite honestly, it's useless without the folder. Because I tried I'm like, oh, what would it look like just like this? And it looks like giraffe print, actually. I was like, oh, I don't need giraffe print. But if you want giraffe print, that it is perfect for that.
Yeah. We figured everybody was going to want the stencil, so we only brought the bundles in.
It really, yeah.
It just adds that extra dimension.
It really does. And there is a trick. So the stencil is not really marked, which is a little bit of a learning curve. So there's no up or down. Also, when you pull your paper out of the embossing folder, you've automatically lost orientation, I feel like, or at least I have.
Yep.
So my trick is to always just kind of try and find an anchor diamond. So I look for like kind of a big one. So I pick a big anchor diamond here and kind of try to find where it's in that direction and then place it. So if you saw me a little bit earlier, I was like, oh yeah, no, like maybe. And then here we go. We're in the right shape and it just kind of lines up. So I always just try to do like a one of the anchor points and then
perfect.
But
what I usually do is I take a little bit of nail polish and I put it in the top left corner.
Oh, that would be smart too. I should probably do that.
Well, yeah, then you have to make sure your paper's in the right direction, but
that is kind of, I might have to, maybe I should just put my name at the top.
Or that too, yeah.
Top. Didn't we also say 2025, work harder, smarter, not harder?
Work smarter, not harder. That's what we were talking earlier.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So the embossing folder, and I think I showed some sets. Let's go back to a couple samples. So I know the one Bougie cake had the embossing folder in the background. So this is just plain embossed with that black, brush black cardstock. So it has that kind of Bougie shimmer. Here is a cute little shaker card. And you can see the embossing folder is the background for the cake. And then the cake is just die cut out into that panel. And then you have that fun kind of glossy frosting. Da-da-da.
Very cool.
Frosting that kind of glaze.
It's a drip. It's ganache.
Ganache.
Drippy. Ganache gâteau.
No, but shiny chocolate. Tempered.
Here is just the plain embossed panel. And then here are Birthday Babe. Just a very simple, easy, quick card because I don't know about you guys, but I have 4 kids. I do PTA, I do theater mom, I do rowing mom, and I have the store. So I'm always trying to do like quick and easy, but also, you know, a little bit of a bang kind of cards. So this is craft foam. So when you die cut the words with craft foam, they're super easy to shape.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like how it's not straight on.
And then you can, yeah, so you can frame it. And then just a couple jewels for a little jazz. And then this one is like kind of a 90s throwback. Do you remember like Saved by the Bell? And they're in that like cafe and it's all bright. Like this is that color scheme. This is what that reminded me of.
Very retro.
It is brushed white. So it's that pearlescent brushed white cardstock from Spellbinders with the stencil, and the diamonds are purple, but they're actually, I don't know if you can tell, you can see some pink poking through underneath.
Oh, that's cool. What kind of ink did you use for that?
So this is 2 colors. It is Kitsch Flamingo and Salvaged Patina.
Oxide or regular?
I used oxide.
Oh, it's oxide. Okay, cool.
I used oxide. Oxide works better on like the textured papers I found.
Okay.
But also 2 different brushes. So if you take your bottom layer, so I did the bottom layer, which is a Kitsch Flamingo, with a bristle brush.
Yep.
The bristle brush will get down into the little crevices.
Yep.
And then with a foam brush on top, you can just do that kind of top layer. So you'll have that like pink poking through. I think like over here is like a really good shot. You can have that pink poking through, and then that fun kind of, you know, when the Salvage Patina hits the Kitsch Flamingo, it turns all purple. And so that's super
gorgeous.
Super fun. And then
regarding drooling, as I said, as we're looking.
Yeah, Darlene, I'm sure is drooling over the purple. Look at that little treat box.
This is one of my DT's favorite boxes, and myself, because it's just 2 pieces that you just kind of glue together. It's the ribbon box from Spellbinders, and all I did was put luster wax on it, just to give those diamonds some gold shine.
Wow.
So this was super, super quick and easy card. And if you're into bougie candy, those Sugarfina gummy bear cubes fit perfectly inside this treat box.
Nice. Yep.
And then what time? I'm like, how are we on time? Then I did make a layout, so you can see. Oh, let me move up a little bit.
There you
see
go.
A little bit more of my mess. So this is just a simple kind of picture focused layout. I turned 40 a couple years ago.
You're still closer to 40 than you are to 50.
I do. My kids always say, you get to round down.
That's where the ish comes in.
Yeah, right. Oh, I should have wrote happy 40-ish birthday. But this is fun. So one of my favorite things, and I think I've been doing this for a while, even a couple of Maker Manias ago, is these oversized embossing folders from Spellbinders are super fun on layouts.
Yes.
And so if you can cut a strip, you can cut a panel, and you do it twice, you can hide that seam behind a picture. And so that white panel is the embossing folder.
Awesome.
With a little bit of tattered rose to go with my like brushed rose gold mirror paper. And then I have a You Were Born to Sparkle Better Press sentiment on there. And then, you know, just a little ink splatter. This is just a scrapbook layout starting with a black piece of paper.
That's very cool. Nicely done, friend.
My sassy picture and my classy picture. Oh my gosh. Wait,
all right. Matt's saying, are we going to craft now?
We are going to craft. He does, because he needs to go watch the game, eh?
Yes.
So, because we're going to craft with the last piece of the collection that we didn't talk about, which is this super cute, we're calling it Treat Yourself gift card holder. Oh, am I on camera? There we go. treat yourself gift card holder. So you get this cute little die set. And the die, this main die here is the gift card holder. And it die cuts this cute little piece out for you. Ta-da! And then you get the accoutrement. So you get a For You in that same super fun font, and it's scaled down a little bit so it can fit on the front of the gift card in portrait and landscape. You get this cute little scallop edge and this cute little straight edge here that you could put, not really as an insert, but I have it so I can play with it. So this is the card assembled. So it makes a cute little pocket. And then you could put like the card here to kind of decorate the inside and write on it, or you can put it on the outside to give yourself a little bit more fun to decorate. You can do the straight edge, or you can do the scallop edge. But
you could also use that for a window too.
Oh, you could totally cut a cute little window for sure. I don't know why I didn't do that, and I had it. It's so hard making samples. You want to make so many, and then you're like, oh, how many is too many?
Before you know it, a week has gone by, and your kids have not been fed, and your clothes are still in your pajamas. And
oh my God. The other day I spent, I think, 10 hours in my office here, and it's a shared office, and my husband has like a tiny corner, and he's all like, so when are you going to like consolidate all your stuff so I can have part of the office back? I'm like, 2026? There's also some cute little kind of what do you call
streamers.
It? Like confetti, like when you throw a little confetti, yep. And then streamers. The streamers are super fun. When I got the die to prototype them and like test the cutting, I die cut all the streamers. I was so excited, and then I had this pile of stuff, and I was like, oh no, because if you die cut it and pop it all out, you don't know which streamer the little pieces go to.
Uh-oh.
So don't do that.
Important tip.
Yes, because it comes with the pieces that you need to attach to it. So it's super cute. So it'll die cut this whole piece together, and then these 4 little pieces on that die go on that streamer. But of course, you know, the first time, a learning curve for everybody, and it's better that I make the mistake.
Well, and one thing that you told me when we were prepping for tonight, you said you cut those out using the liner sheets, the adhesive.
Yes, I did. So I put the adhesive sheets on the back of some paper. I cut them all down to run through the Scout or the Sidekick, because I also don't want to run it through a huge machine over and over again. So I did the adhesive back in there, and they're all ready to go. And you just makes it
so much easier to stick.
It really is so much easier. And you can even, like, if you don't want to use 2 different colors. So I have 2 different shades of pinks, and then I can just kind of trade the little streamer pieces onto each one. But if you didn't want to, you could grab like a Copic marker, an Omo marker, or some Distress ink and just color the little streamer, the extra bits with a different shade too.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's what we're gonna play with today. Oh, did I show? I didn't show samples. Oh no. Oh, there we go. So we have a cute little, this is the brushed black cardstock. Super pretty with the brushed white and just kind of here's some more craft foam with a foiled sentiment, baby or gem. The macaroon, I'm obsessed with the macaroons. I've made so many macaroons. And the treat yourself in there. And then you can also, some of the words are fit on here. So you can do like cheers to 21. And here you see some of the little olives from that olive martini set, just to kind of fill in that area. Or I could have just centered it all, really. But you can also put some of those better press sentiments on the inside too. So this one says, wishing you a bougie birthday for your 21st.
Love it.
So do we do side by?
Well, we can always order more too if we didn't. So
That's true. So are we going side by side? What I forgot.
no,
what you said.
you go ahead. I will show mine at the end. So you just go ahead. That way everybody can see what you're doing.
Okay.
And I'm catching up on some of my die cutting because I cut some of that one piece out of the wrong color. So I'll catch up to you.
Okay, so I am going to die cut it from the beginning. So just so people can see, I have a platinum machine. So this piece will die cut, and you can. I live dangerously, so I have it very close to the edge. And I don't know if you're like me. I always have extra tape attached to my machine, so I can live dangerously with my die cutting on my papers here.
We don't want it to wiggle.
I know, my kids are always like, why do you have tape on your machine? I'm like, you don't get it.
Wait till I have to cut a whole bunch for you when they, child labor.
So just needs, do I have an extra?
Look at her plate. It's beat up.
They're well loved.
Oh, they are well loved, and these plates are really old. I'm really bad about changing my plates. People tell me all the time, but those plates are probably over a year old. But I'm very diligent about rotating them.
Good.
So they are very old on all the sides. On all the sides, they're very loved.
And they're your pink color too.
They are pink, mostly so that I don't lose them at crops. With all my other tools, I have leopard print tape all over them, so you can tell that they're mine. Like, oh, don't touch my scissors. Oh, don't touch my.
I saw your post today with your 27,000 pairs of scissors.
Oh my gosh! And I couldn't even find all of them. I'm like, well, this is what we're having today. This many scissors.
For me, it's tweezers. I was cleaning up my office last week, and I think I've got like 12 pairs of tweezers. So we all have our thing.
I probably have 12 pairs of tweezers too. Okay, so when you die cut the gift card holder, there are some perforations, and there's like a delay, so I'm trying to see on the camera if you can see them.
See them a little bit. Yep.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay. So you have where you want to fold it, the little scallop and the little, the other one kind of make a little faint impression, but it's not horrible. It doesn't bother me. Hopefully it doesn't bother anybody else. But what I do is I use a ruler or an acrylic block. And this technique I learned from Zoe Hillman, who's one of Tim Holtz's designers. And I think she learned it from Tim. But you use the acrylic block to line it up with the kind of perforation and just kind of gently give it a little tuck. And I do that kind of with both sides because sometimes it's really hard to fold things perfectly on the perforations and line them up.
Well, so and if you're what I've done in the past is I've tried to put it on my scoreboard to score it, and you never ever get it in the right spot.
No, it never lines up perfectly, right? And so once you get that kind of started, then you can line up your corners and use your bone folder to kind of get it all. Because the worst thing is when it's like not lined up and then it drives me crazy. Ta-da! And so that cute little tip kind of, ta-da!
So cute.
And then this is where the fun part is. You can choose which orientation you want to make it. So do you want to make a landscape card? Do you want to make, where's the other one? A portrait card. Do you want the pocket to be on this side when they open it? Do you want the pocket to be on this side when they open it? And do you want to write here like a traditional card? Like this is kind of where you get to choose your own path. Even if you open it this way, you could put the pocket up here and stick the card up. It looks a little odd, I mean, but it still works that way too. I think this way it's more, I don't know, when you have this orientation, I think it's more intuitive this way, I think, the pocket. But you can still put a sentiment or something up here and do your writing and stuff too. So it's just easy, cute and easy. And then, I don't know, Sheri, do you have mini envelopes in the store?
We don't, but
Mini envelopes.
Yes, they sell cute little mini envelopes, I think for coin collectors and stuff.
okay.
And this fits like perfectly. I'll send you a link to.
Okay.
But they fit like
Oh, that's
perfectly.
really cute.
Yeah, on these cute little. If you have an envelope punch board, you can make.
I was
the
just gonna say
envelope,
we've
too.
had the Sizzix board, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but the new Spellbinders scoreboard does it not have a little template for making envelopes?
Got a
I
triangle.
think it does. I
Got
haven't
that
played
little
with it.
triangle piece that's in the back.
I think you're
I'm gonna-
right.
I'm gonna have to go look for it. Okay.
We sold out. So
Yeah.
um
It's like the shoemaker's children going barefoot. The scrapbooking store owner never gets the product because it sells out too fast.
I know. Well, I know the holidays and the sales and
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to take a sip of water.
Darlene
So
says
I
yes,
found.
it does.
Darlene says yes, it does make an envelope.
And so does Julia. So there we go. We got
Oh,
two.
perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you, Darlene and Julia.
Yeah, so make a mini envelope. It's super cute. Goes with your cute little card. The 1/8 inch score tape works the best, I have found, to keeping this pocket without popping up, especially on the specialty, this extra smooth kind of paper. It'll keep it from popping off.
Awesome.
I've tried liquid glue and stuff, but sometimes liquid glue will seep a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you'll get kind of a tight pocket. But all you need is 2 little pieces of the 1/8 inch score tape. Do you know that I was using score tape for like 3 years before I learned that it was terrible? I would use a scissor. I was at a crop and somebody was like, "Why are you using a scissor?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "Use your thumb." I'm like,
Yep.
And it's like mind blowing.
All the things you didn't know.
Right? And then you're like, why would work smarter, not harder?
That's right.
Yep. And that's it. So then that's your kind of base for your card.
Are you going to do a portrait or a landscape?
I'm going to do a portrait. I'm just going to kind of copy and paste this card here because I love the macaroons.
So I'm going to do landscape just so we can show 2 different things.
Oh, sweet. Do you want me to do landscape? I can.
No, you do portrait. I'll do landscape.
Okay. So, I did come prepared as in I did die cut macaroon pieces, but I did not sort them out.
Uh-oh.
It's okay because then we can choose. So, you need a base and you need 2 frostings, which are easy to pick out, a fat and a small.
So a big frosting and a small frosting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you have your base and then the cute little like cookie, the round one that's a topper.
Yep.
And then the one that looks like frosting, but it has that smooth edge. This is like a second cookie piece. So your cookie, when you put the macaroon together, it looks like it has 3 cookie pieces.
Cool.
And
I was
2
wondering how
frosting
you
pieces.
did that.
So it's super decadent. Because macaroons are hard to make. I don't know if you've made macaroons before.
I've made them once.
I've made them once, and in the process of making them, I like turned my back, and one of my children like walked by and ate like 3 of the pieces. I was like, "Who ate that?" And they all just stared at me like, "We did it."
Well, at least they were good enough to eat.
Yeah.
So much easier to buy them.
It is easier to buy them.
It is so much easier to buy them. Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm just doing I'm lining myself up because I'm going to do 4 macaroons. It's actually not that bad to like pick out in here. Da, 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 da.
Yeah. The die is designed very well. That is just so easy to follow and figure out all the pieces once you know what you're looking for.
Yes, as soon as you know, it is easy. I'm going to zoom in more, I think, on.
There you go.
Oh, possibly. There we go. Okay, and I'm an air gluer, so you guys are going to watch me go up and down and up and down, which I learned was a thing recently. So this is the hard part is like on camera, I don't know how much you can see, but that the base macaroon die, oh, is this a good angle? The base macaroon die does have a little indentation for like the whole macaroon.
Yeah, it's got all those score lines you can follow.
Mm-hmm. So so you start with the big frosting piece, and that gets glued down first onto that kind of bottom edge. And it's going to sound, as we kind of start layering, it's going to be easy, but then the last part, you're going to be like, what? And I promise it's okay. So I just put a little glue. Oh my God, I should get my glasses. So you get your cute little frosting piece down. And then you're going to layer on top that cookie piece, flush with the top of that frosting piece. So you can see that the little like inside layers get a little bit less and less, because if you wanted to, I believe, am I gonna make a faux pas? If you wanted to only do one frosting, you could kind of only do that one frosting and put this on here so it just looks like it has a fat top.
Oh yeah.
But I like to do the double because the double frosting is cute.
It's funny, you're going from the top down. I went from the bottom up.
Oh.
And I just lined the frosting bumps up with the score line.
Oh, interesting. That's
way
fascinating. There is more than one way, apparently. Oh.
Sheri doesn't like to follow the rules.
Shush.
That's why we're friends.
That's right.
Wait, so you started with this top one? I'm going to have to try that on the second one.
I started with the big one and built up from the, like, added the frosting at the bottom. And that's our cute little macaroon. They are very cute and calorie free.
Calorie free. Oh my gosh, what a nice indulgence. Wait, okay, so you started with...
I started with the big one.
This white one?
Yeah. And put it... Matt, do you want to flip to my camera?
Sure.
Yeah. I'm like, and my brain's not computing.
Unless maybe we're doing the same thing and not even realizing. So I did...
Yeah, it's not focusing for you.
I did this first, then that one, then the round bottom one, and I just kept building up. So this one was the last one I put on. Did I do it wrong?
No, hold on. I'm watching. It's delayed. I'm watching it
Oh,
on
sorry.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I think we did it the same.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good. I was like, I'm not computing. How did you start?
Yeah, no, it's all good.
No, it's. Ooh, this one's
No.
pearlescent. See, and I cut white in pearlescent and in regular. But you can see how like addicting it is to just kind of watch TV and put a bunch of macaroons together.
Exactly.
And then you have a stash. Well, TV. I don't have a TV in my craft room. I should say watch my iPad.
Yep. So what are you watching right now?
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Well, the season kind of just started, but I don't like to watch it week to week, so I let like 4 or 5 episodes go.
Yep.
And then, actually, what else were we watching? We just watched Missing You on Netflix.
Okay.
And that was pretty good because it's the same guy that did Fool Me Once, which I loved.
Okay.
Yeah. And then my kids are watching Squid Game season 2. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Well, we just finished watching Shrinking.
I love Shrinking.
That was so good. And we are rewatching Lost.
Ooh. I don't know if I could rewatch it. Although enough time has gone by, I probably don't remember all
I
of
was just gonna say it's amazing what you forget.
it. Right. There's some other show. What are the kids watching? Oh man. Oh no, not the kids. Tulsa King. Have you seen that with Sylvester Stallone?
I haven't. Have you seen it?
Not yet.
No. Oh.
Keep waiting to see.
Oh.
Oh, it's on Matt's watch list.
Yeah, Jesse started it without me, and I like happened to go by, and I was like, "What are you watching?" And he's like, "Tulsa King, Sylvester Stallone." And I sat down, and I'm like, "You need to restart from the beginning." And he's like, "Okay."
I never know what the rules are for what I'm allowed to watch on my own versus what I have to wait to watch with her.
Yeah, it goes both ways though.
No,
I
it
feel
doesn't.
like. Oh no.
He's got a
Doesn't
much
lie.
larger watch list than I have.
Oh well. It happens.
Well,
Great.
Nina, these are super cute to play with. You guys did a great job.
Thank you. I mean, I just have the vision, and my team at Spellbinders is so amazing. Oh my gosh. Nikki and Bougie and Chandra. They are so fun. Fun to work with. And I'm like, ooh, can we do this? And they're like, let's try. I'm like, yes.
What's the worst that can happen, right?
Oh yeah, the worst that can happen is say no. So, originally, and it's all about like fitting stuff in certain sizes too. And in my head, I was like, I had a certain price point. I'm like, I do not want these die sets to go over $30 USD.
Yeah.
And so we tried really hard to keep it under that price point.
Well, and I guess that's interesting as a store owner. You know firsthand what customers like.
Mm-hmm.
So you can make those requests.
Yeah. And just like as a consumer too, right? At $20, $25, it's an easier pill for me to swallow. At $30, $35, I'm going to think about it a little bit.
Well, and then too, I think that's important that you've shown so many different ways to use this that it makes that value that much better.
Yeah, well, because you just don't have to use, I mean, the cake comes with so much. You could just do a cute little banner. Sheri, you didn't show your samples.
Oh, I'll show them after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could just do a cute little, part of the cake showing, like the top part of the cake and focus just on the banner. There's so many ways to use it. just the macaroons, like how we're doing on this cute little gift card holder. It's just, I don't know.
It's fun to just play.
It really is. And then you're just like, ooh, and then I want to make this, and ooh, I should do this and this.
Well, already as we were making the basic gift card holder, I'm looking at it, it's like, well, if I put the tape here, it would do this, and if I did this, it would do this. And...
Right? Oh my gosh. Okay. So on my screen, I put my little macaroons together. I put them to the side. I pre-cut my confetti strips. 1, 2, 3. I did 4 on each one. And I have my 2 pieces of like light pink and dark pink. And I'm going to find the same confetti strip on each one. And I'm just going to take the little pieces. And sometimes they stick a little bit when you use the backing. You just have to try a little harder. And I'm just going to take the one layer and put it on the other color so I get that like 2-tone look. Pretty easy. Oh my gosh. Come on.
So not that you can see it, but I'm using gold metallic and gold glitter.
Oh, that's going to look so pretty.
Oh, I get it now. Okay.
The confetti?
Yeah.
Or the streamers?
I was confused.
That's okay.
But it doesn't take much for that to happen with me.
But now
I'm always
know.
just impressed when you're crafting at the trade shows, Matt.
Yeah, I only did that once. I stopped.
It was impressive. You can see here I don't know why this one didn't cut all the way. Of course it didn't. And then I'm like live. Ugh. Whatever. It's getting some. We're just going to pivot.
It always happens on a live.
It really does, doesn't it? You can do it 1,000 times awesome. And then you go live and it's like, ha, ha, ha.
Either that or you lose the most important piece.
Oh my gosh. Yes. It's like extreme stress. Oh my gosh. This one too. Did I know? There we go. To be
Because she's on camera.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it really is because I'm on camera. Well, also probably disclaimer, I was die cutting when I was sitting in the back room of the play. My son was in a play, and I was sitting in the back room chaperoning and die cutting. And the girls were like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well," and I'm trying to explain it to them. And they're like, "You get paid to do stuff like that?" And I was like, "Yeah, sort of. I gotta hustle." Oh man. But it was really cute. I'm like, yes, the next generation to craft, please.
That's important. And I think that's where these are fun too, because it appeals to all ages.
I think so. We tried, but also just in that spirit of, I don't know, I'm also Greek, so like we celebrate things over the top so much sometimes. So kind of lean into those genes too. Ooh, good. You came out cleaner. You're easy. Which one is this one? Oh my gosh. This one.
This is where they want to play the Jeopardy music.
I know. People are always like, you have weird sound effects when you're doing lives. I'm like, because the dead silence, the dead air.
Switch to 2 screens so you see both of you working on it.
Well, I'm almost done mine, so we can switch to mine in a second.
Take the pressure.
Overachiever, you're so fast.
Oh, she did less streamers.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I did 3 streamers, but I only used 2. But again, I'm not on camera, so mine were all.
They all work.
Okay.
All
I like
right.
to tape my little card down because it pops up a little.
Yeah.
So when I start working on it.
Oh, that's smart.
Do you know what I struggle with? Like the rainbow order, or like which order to put my cute little like things. I'm like, should the yellow be with the blue or the purple with the whatever?
I think you're thinking too much.
Yes, that's what my husband said too. I'm like, does it look better with the macaroons in this color order or in this color order? He's like, whichever you want.
Like a crafting. Is this like a crafter thing? You guys think too much?
Yes.
It could be.
Well, it's probably also a girl thing.
Probably too. Oh my gosh. Do I have a...
The only person who's going to know is you.
Yeah.
I know. I tell people that too all the time.
So Nina, while you finish up, I'm going to have Matt switch to my camera.
Okay.
And, or you can just go side by side, Matt.
Just take the pressure off her first.
All right. That way she can finish. So there's my little gift card holder. I did the
Oh, so cute.
landscape and I used kind of those peachy coral tones.
Ooh.
And
yeah,
the metal, it's hard to show on the camera, but the metallic and the glitter, like that's really, really stunning. And I may cut more of the metallic confetti and just put it across the bottom here. Or what would it? Do I just do one confetti?
I thought you were going to put a message there.
Well, I could put a message too, but so that's my little gift card holder. And then Nina was mentioning I played just a little bit today. So I did a little pink shaped card as well. And I've got my little opening here. I've got lots and lots of meringue on mine. And I think what I'm going to do is do a candle coming out of this one.
Oh, cute. I love how you put the frosting around the back too.
Well, it looked a little flat. So it was just fun to put that in behind.
Super cute.
Then, cakes and macarons and birthdays are not just for girls. So I tried to do a bit more of a masculine spin on it just by pulling in the blue. And this was another really, 2 or 3 years back embossing folder from Spellbinders. I've got my little candles with my numbers and cheers to you. So even though it is kind of a scriptier font, you can still use it for a masculine card. And then like Nina said, this is the one that I did where I made the cake and then I just cut it down. So you don't have to use the whole thing if you're finding it's too big for your liking.
Sheri, I'm going to steal both of your ideas.
Please do.
I'm going to say Sheri did this.
There you go.
They're so cute. I love how you did the white pen too on the cheers to you.
You know what? I love my white gel pen, and it just adds that little bit of finish. On another one that I was playing with, I actually used the tiniest of the rhinestones on the letters. Like if you want more of that bougie look, you can put the rhinestones on your letters to give a little extra something. So there, that was my creating.
Love it. That was so cute.
Is poor Nina ready yet? Can we go back to her?
Yeah, we can go back. Or you can go
back
side
to
by
me.
side.
I'm still whatever. Yeah, you can go side by side. I don't want to say I'm cheap, but I also like to cut parts of the streamers off and like use them again.
It just helps you fill it in without having to die cut 5,000 of them.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, today. Is that the way you want to go? Sure.
All right. Well, as you finish up, Nina, I think we will wrap things up for the evening. Thank you for coming and crafting and playing with me tonight. For all of you watching, this is the Bougie birthday line from Nina Boettcher. Did I say that right?
Yes, like bet your bottom dollar.
There you go. And you know what? Having birthdays is fun. Having people in your life that have birthdays is fun. And creating birthday cards is fun, especially when you've got some really, really great supplies to work with. And if any of you guys grab the collection and make stuff, we would love to see what you make. So make sure you post in our Papercrafts Inner Circle group, or you can email them to me. And Matt, I think I put a little caption in there. No, in that one that has Nina's. If you want to follow Nina online now at Nina B Creates, is that your Facebook as well as your Instagram, or just your Instagram?
Yeah, Facebook. We have just like a little group, Nina B Creates. So
Okay.
it's not public quite yet, just because, you know,
But that's
comments.
your Instagram as well, right?
My Instagram, and yeah, we'll be working on YouTube content
Cool.
too to help you guys, to help with the release. So
fantastic. So go and follow Nina. She'll have lots more great ideas. And if you have not signed up for our birthday Kickstart weekend event, which is January 24th, 25th, and 26th, I think we have 1 or 2 more kits left to sell. Get signed up and we will get the, lots more birthday stuff in your hands.
oh yes, that's going to be super fun too, because it's learning how to use the dies with the pattern paper, which we all have.
That's right.
A ton of. There, yay, I finished mine too.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Nina. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a great Tuesday night.
Happy crafting, everybody.